The competition as they prepare to get started against the Spurs. Timberwolves, Spurs, only on 2K Sports. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the one. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. It's a three-point game. Tries the spin move. Here's Wembenyama. Count that one. Greg, how about this matchup we have here tonight? Two teams that really like to shoot the three.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Fox goes in. And it's Wembenyama with the jam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Timberwolves on offense. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to talk with San Antonio's head coach for a minute. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here's Vassell. Last game he had 10 points. He's looking for Wembenyama and finds him. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Fox. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Randall surveying the D. Gobert in the corner. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams will look to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Knocks down the three ball.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Wembenyama down low. Defended by Gobert.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And the rejection by Wembenyama. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And he's good on the three ball. And so it's San Antonio with it, trailing by 4. Wembenyama. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 6 points for Victor Wembenyama.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Edwards against Castle. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniel. Gobert the screen. The 3. Wembenyama with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to Vassell. A pass to Fox. Shot clock at 5. The tray. And Vassell is good for 3.
Much more comfortable from deep. Vassell finding that stroke.
And here's Gobert. Missed inside. On the wing, Fox. Scoreless thus far. Wembenyama passes to Fox. Gobert against Wembenyama. Over Gobert. Randle with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss. Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Wembenyama, a screen on Randle. And that one's good. Wembenyama's got 8.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
And great when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. The Spurs second. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
I mean, I love the interior defense both these teams have been playing. I mean, the shot blocking numbers are off the charts.
Now, here's Dosunmu. His last outing, he had 18 points. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Spurs leading by 3. Johnson right side. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Aggressive play by Johnson, pushing through the foul, insisting on getting his shot.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Here's Highland. He had 15 points last outing. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Reed. Randle outside. It's deflected. The drive by Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Highland. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Randle. Now Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by San Antonio.
On the wing, Bryant. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs out in front. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Randle and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. Now, here's Harper. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. There's the pick. Pass to Cornette. Over in the corner, Barnes. From past the arc. Tips it. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Bryant. Johnson outside. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Johnson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Guys, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's Harper, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Kicks it out to Johnson, takes a three, and the Spurs another three.
His confidence growing over time. The coaching staff encourages Keldon Johnson to shoot off the catch. That's his shot.
Pass to Randall. It doesn't go for him.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Spins. Barnes converts after the nice spin. Barnes has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Daniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Bones Highland. Knocked loose. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Randall passes to Edwards. Now here's Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And Greg with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Clock is at 3. Three-pointer, Fox. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Fox has got his first 3 points of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Dosunmu, the pass to Reed. McDaniels outside. Here's Dosunmu. Another miss by Minnesota.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Reed, and the rejection by Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And stolen by Castle. Jacks up a three. And it's Victor Wembanyama with a three. Wembanyama's got 5 points now this quarter. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dosunmu. Timberwolves trail by 20. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Here's Wembanyama. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And when you watch Edwards, expect him to get his a prolific score.
Wembanyama left side. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And you think about the importance, RJ, of awareness and basketball IQ. What about players who don't have that, but are immensely talented?
Well, they still have to grow their IQ, and that can take time because if you make too many mistakes, it will cap your minutes.
And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 16-point game. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Getting into foul trouble will really handcuff you, and they found that out last time.
Here's Wembanyama. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Sweet move. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Cans it from downtown. DiVincenzo's got 6.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
There's a good screen. A 3 from Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Wembanyama. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
You take a look at the Spurs last week of the season. They want the playoffs to start, but they still got to take care of business.
Interesting time. You want to avoid.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the San Antonio Spurs.
Bench mob. They've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble. Thanks for joining us. Now let's...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Fox and Castle are their guards. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson.
And helping the team space the floor there, Randall with so much more confidence now from the outside.
Wembanyama outside. Here's the 3. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. To the right side. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Victor Wembanyama.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
San Antonio leading by 10. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside for Wemby. 6 on the shot clock. Right wing, the 3. Shot by Champagnie, no good. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you guys.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Castle on the wing. Spurs passing it around. Wemby looking it over. They set the pick. Over Gobert. Wemby gets the bucket. Wemby has got 28 points for the game.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Randall outside. McDaniels outside. Down low. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Wemby outside. Pass to Castle. For 3, Vassell. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. McDaniels outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Gobert with the block.
Man, Gobert's reach is essentially inescapable. He can swat any attempt away in the paint.
Back to Edwards. Edwards just makes it look simple inside.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Wemby, a screen on DiVincenzo. Wemby outside. Here's the screen. A rebound by the Timberwolves. To the middle. It's tipped. Vassell with it. Now defended by Randall.
I like when Vassell takes initiative on offense because it forces defenders to compromise at times.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
And that one falls for Vassell.
It's his work ethic that Devin Vassell has earned the trust of his teammates, and it shows on the court. He's become a more aggressive and confident player.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Timberwolves trail by 13. Clark with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. The wide open look here for Ingles. Misses the 3. San Antonio's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc.
And this is what you want to see. Wemby attacking with authority inside.
A different look now for San Antonio. Ryan's checked in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Jordan McLaughlin. And a change for the Timberwolves. Shannon's checked in. Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Shannon. Covered by Barnes. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And Wemby gets it to go.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Highland passes to Clark. Back to Highland. Reed with a screen for Highland. Offline with his three. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. And Bryant kicks to Harper. Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Reed. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Timberwolves trail by 18, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
16 seconds left in the third. Here's Shannon. He has yet to score. Inside, here's Reed, and Reed throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in command with a 16-point lead as the... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. San Antonio leading by 16. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Dosumu is out there with Bones Highland. And it's Clark in at the small forward. And here's Barnes for three. That falls. High speed that time from Harper. Harper's got 3 assists in the game. Randall against Barnes. Randall kicks to Clark. Back to Randall. There's the triple. A rebound by the Spurs. Cornette's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Back to Bryant. Puts up a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
To the paint. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it left. The Timberwolves making a switch. Shannon's checked in.
Number 1, Terrence Shannon.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Edwards has come in for Minnesota. Wow. And they go to the intentional foul. So both teams changing it up here.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution of Jordan.
Here's Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Randall with the bucket.
And recognized the change of possession and got in front for the score. Randall just a step ahead on that one.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to Champagny. Fox kicks to Vassell. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Champagny. Off target from 3-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Wembanyama passes to Vassell. Now Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Here's Champagny. Here's Castle. Julius Randle with the rebound. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Now, here's Dosunmu, guarded by Fox. Another miss by Minnesota. Spurs leading by 22. Outside for Wemby. There's a screen. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Shannon. Minnesota shooting reasonably well, 45%. Outside, Edwards. Sinks the triple.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Reed against Wemby. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Minnesota ball. Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves trail by 19. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And we've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. And here is Fox. Launches from deep. Gobert there for the rebound. Randle against Castle. Puts up the three. And it's off.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Wembanyama down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. Rebounded by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this team, obviously one of the elite teams, they have played with heart and passion for the game all season long, and the wins for them just keep rolling along. And tonight, it'll make win number 63.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Victor Wembanyama.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Now, Highland. Jacks up a three. Wembanyama reels it in. Now, Castle. Here is Wembanyama. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Minnesota ball. Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
Minnesota with the ball. 15-point game.
Phillips.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Timberwolves ball.
And the technical free throw is good.
Substitution. Number 12, Kyle Anderson.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson,